teasing doesn't stop!
Part 2. Azure Moon. Verdant Rain Moon. Oath of the Dagger. After storming the streets of Enbar and bringing Imperial forces to their knees, the Kingdom Army surrounds the Imperial Palace. But the enemy that awaits them there is not the Edelgard they once knew.
We have annihilated Enbar's army. If we strike her down now, this war will finally be over. I imagine she intends to keep fighting until the bitter end. If this is the end she has chosen, it is my responsibility to see it through with her. Isn't that so, Emperor of Adrestia? We have no choice but to destroy each other. Such is the destiny we were born to. That is why I will now rise up to answer her iron will with the bite of my lance.
I will protect you at all costs. We will both live to see tomorrow, Your Majesty.
If the king falls here, that would mean my father's and brother's deaths were in vain. For Lenato, Kristoff, everyone, I will not lose.
Well, if I were to die now, I'd have a lot to explain to my brother.
All will be okay. I know we can win. I won't falter, no matter who we're facing.
For all those who have lost their lives in this war, we cannot lose.
It is time. Onward to our final battle.
They are here, but my progress cannot be stopped, no matter how many people try. The war's end will spell destruction for one of us. There can only be one ruler of the world.
What in the absolute hell? Whew. She's looking well.
Yeah.
I love that complexion she's got. Brings out her eyes. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Replenish my battalion? You bet I'm gonna do it. Looks like we're inside the palace and units are above and beyond. Now it's time to make a hard choice. Leone, I think it did good. But it's time. It's time to put you out. The Scythia as well. Or should I have you? I'm so torn. Casper, you're coming out of adjacents. You're in. We need a heavy fighter here at all costs. Since we're indoors, I'm gonna hazard a guess in saying we're not gonna have much fighting on our hands, at least terms as a bowmanship. So, I still think everyone in our party should go. Petra, I'll see you at the end. No, I'm not gonna bring Bernie with me.
Yeah, get Failnaught in there too.
Yeah.
Have Claude get in his last thing as well.
Indeed. Felix for our last adjacent. You know what? I don't see why Pele should leave out. You're in. And finally, I would want to bring Marianne to the front lines, but one final fight, the Scythia, I'll give you a second chance to try not to let you down. So, here we go. And we're just gonna be quiet and let you listen to this great soundtrack.
Edelgard must be in the throne room. I would love nothing more than to charge in and settle this once and for all. But we must be mindful of the surrounding forces.
Strange. The mages don't seem to be wearing their usual Imperial uniforms.
We cannot allow our grand ambition to be stopped by these beasts.
What's the plan?
Well, that's foreshadowing if I've ever seen it. And boy, Ash, you are going to be busy across the board, young man, because we have a lot of chests that we need to get to, and we need the good stuff. We'll get to that in a little bit, because oh boy. Right, well I know where Ash is going post haste, and I know where we're going.
Burn until we meet again. That took too much effort.
I'd be honored. I'm still here.
What's my strategy? Apologies.
Let's make this quick. I do this for all of us. Sorry, but this is war. I'll be home again soon. I'm your girl. I needed that. At your service.
Put me in there.
I am prepared.
Leave it to me.
Ready when you are. It is done. Onward.
You're a big help.
I'll cut through.
You shall be obliterated. I will take you out so fast you will not have a chance to lament.
Where did that attack come from? If we do not find out, we have no chance of avoiding it.
We're in danger. Advance with caution.
Too slow.
We will return this world to mortal hands. May that filthy race of beasts wither and die.
69 damage! Jesus! Oh! My god! No, 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 no! What a crock this was! What a...
On to the next battle.
Oh, Dimitri, 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 Dimitri. Oh boy. Dimitri!
I took it too far. I must...
And then going down like that. Right, now that little mishap's done with. My god! Right, well this is gonna be fun. What we have here is we have a mix, and soundtrack-wise, a mix, the main theme and Sophus's theme. We end pretty much how we began. Personally, I feel this is an epic song to end on.
Yeah.
And I really love it, and big ups to the soundtrack. Fire Emblem has had the history of having fantastic audio from the very start, and this is no different. It definitely signifies the end, almost. We gotta be careful because of what just happened. Was not prepared for that, I will completely be honest, so I'm really glad that the dude is coming that way. Right, but we are gonna have to pace ourselves without a doubt, because the moment we enter that place, we're fodder. But look at that, we have a tank, and now I am really super glad that we brought the dude in here with us. Because let me guess, this guy is gonna want to have Casper's head. But you know what? I'm not gonna let that happen, buddy. I saw what you did. No chance. Impregnable shield. Get dunked on, fool. That guy is pretty much like Hubert on steroids. You know what? I don't fancy any stuff that you're selling. So, I'm wasting a little time. And I'm killing you straight off. Hopefully, Lasithia can make good and bug the hell out of him.
You're making me look bad.
So that is Casper nice and protected. I want to start attacking, but for now, let's start the raid. That is to say. A talisman? You know what? I can't send that to the convoy. I can't use that directly, so I'll probably just have that there. So you can take this guy out, and you can hopefully make this room nice and easy for us.
Don't bother haunting me.
So I'll have you go round because you are inevitably gonna want to help Ingrid out. Let's take you out at a distance if that's okay. In fact, you know what? Go with the whole hand, baby.
My duty is your death.
I mean, I ain't got much to say on this except I just love the atmosphere. I love the music. I love the increasing challenge. It is awesome. It is amazing. It is Fire Emblem. So we're gonna have a boatload of stuff to do. So I'm gonna have to hope and pray that we can get our forces out of here alive.
Sorry.
I can't imagine how you would do this on like the high, on like murderous difficulty, but I'd love to see something like that. My guess is you would probably have to have a massive amount of resistances on guys, namely him. Bohar X. Oh boy, I wouldn't give him for a move like that. So right now, this guy is not gonna let us get anywhere close. My only hope is that I can have Dimitri follow Casper and take him out post-haste. But thankfully though, Edelgard's a bad shot.
Saw it coming.
But she is pretty much an invincible arm.
World to mortal hands. May that filthy race of beasts wither and die.
Don't. Oh, Casper! Oh, Casper! Oh, Jesus Christ, that was so close, it's not even funny. I said die! Thank you.
This could turn the tides.
It could turn the tide, and I so hope it will, because we are in need of a miracle right now. But if this hasn't drawn Fire Emblem final boss vibes, I don't know what does. But we'll say this series knows how to do final bosses. I love it. It's got great music and atmosphere, and it's just a constant feel good moment. And like I thought from the very start, these guys are heavily using magic, and I've always thought magic in this game has been kind of OP from the very start. I mean, because you can use as much magic as you want, and you don't have to worry about like weapon degradation. You can just keep on spamming and not have a worry in the world.
I won't stop.
So I'm actually kind of glad that they're making a slight omission to that. And I'm going to assume you're gonna need similar magic users, but I'd like to imagine that we can handle it ourselves.
Yeah, because we got like a dark seal. We'll never figure out how to use it.
Yeah, but hey, that's then. This is now. Again, this is simply a blind experience for us. So I apologize if you haven't done things efficiently or all that jazz, but this is just what we do. As newcomers, I gotta say, I like this final fight a lot. And I do know, well, without a doubt, I'm getting this soundtrack after it's all said and done.
What's next?
It was meant to be.
And with that, people run through walls, and Venus gets to level 50.
Looking good.
Ah, thanks.
And there we go. Mercy, you are gonna have to act as support for a lot of big things, like because I'm gonna guess that White Flash is gonna be a Edelgard shots. So, but Mercy has dodged them before, so I think it'll be okay. Now here's where things get bad. If I attack, that's gonna be fine. But I'm also very aware what damage that guy can do. Oh, Lascifia. Oh, emergency. It's gonna be an emergency because I'm not losing Lascifia early on in any more fights. I guess we're draws to 45. I'm putting out all of the big guns. If you could not tell. No messing around now. Who are you aiming at, good sir? Who are you aiming at? You are aiming at the Casper again. Well, fun fact, that ain't gonna. Oh God, we're gonna. I take a step and I can't do anything for Casper. I'm gonna have to hope and pray. Hope and pray. Anyway, what's inside? Elixir. You already have one, so I'll toss aside for now. Can you please get over there and stab that man? Stab that man in particular, please. Thank you.
I was just stronger.
Sylvain, you're looking good. I'll have Ingrid go over there and do a sideswipe maneuver. Because again, I trust your evasion. Now, hopefully Mercedes can dodge.
Hey!
Thank God. Not funny. For me, it's range of course. Ain't gonna have a problem. Casper, here we go. He's gonna live. By 1 goddamn HP. I'm going to assume that guy, it's that guy's gimmick. He can't kill anyone outright. He leaves them.
Is that it?
I hate you. He leaves them 1 on HP for a reason, and and lets allies take him out. So that's good to know.
To the very end.
The end's not for you yet, mate. Not by a long shot. I'm gonna have Kaz's spur. Hang on tight.
Thanks for helping.
But now here's a question: has that put the aggro on Mercy? It has indeed. So if my theory is correct, that means that Mercy's going to be alright, but I can't let that happen. Gonna have to trust Mercy. Gonna have to trust, but we are gonna get a fast track to that guy. No matter where I go, that guy is going to follow. I'm pretty much pinned down. The only way I can think of going about this is going up. But that's going to be highly inefficient. And in my honest opinion, going to break the narrative just a little bit. But if it's good, like if it's doable, wouldn't mind taking a guy from behind and just killing him outright. That's a matter for another time. Oh, I'm not gonna have Felix be suicidal. Not that stupid yet. And he's not affected by any magic. So that's worrisome. So definitely nervous. My guess is gonna take every gambit we have.
I can hear voices from the lower levels. Could it be enemy reinforcements?
Maybe if we take control of those stairwells now, we can prevent reinforcements.
Now's our chance.
That's all well and good, but that's quite a way to leave us vulnerable. Everyone don't like being vulnerable, but because I gotta take that chance. Yep. It's gonna be a pain in the ass to break that thing down, but we've got no choice. Oh, you're just out of range of that freaking thing! Unless, Ash, can you partake in just that for a second? No. Oh my god. Felix. He can take it out, but he's going to be at risk. If now was ever been a time to shine, now is the time, Felix. He ate it! He ate it with its mouth! Oh, God, all heaven. It's gonna suck. I'm one range out. Oh, he's gonna get his health back. As long as all his shields don't regenerate, it should be fine. In theory. Let's be fine. Let's rally. At a time to be careful is kind of running short, I feel. That treasure chest, I'll get it eventually. But no, this is bad. This is bad across the board, bad. We're pinned down in a lot of ways. We do have that stairwell, and only one person is going to target Bernie. She can do a bit of damage. I'm gonna believe in Bernie. Yeah, no matter what I do, he's in jeopardy. I'll this way. He hasn't regained his shield by the looks of things. Oh, but he's going after sweet Lasifia. That's gonna... You're missing Lasifia, dude. You're kind of bad. Yeah, I thought so. 1 HP per go. Oh, Felix.
Alright, next.
Just don't lose. That's all I'll say. Same thing to you, Bernie.
I'll be home again soon.
We are fighting the odds across the board, and boy, am I loving it. Yeah, our magic is abysmal compared to these guys, because I think something's done. Oh boy. Yeah, he's got his damn shield back.
All these goddamn magic users.
Yep, that's what I thought. It's been so bad. Whew. I'm sorry if this is much for commentary. This is just so epic.
Yeah.
Since Edelgard can only do chip damage from where she is, I'm gonna have everyone just go. Sylvain, you are in the most peril, so I'll have you there.
I owe you one.
Bernie. Luckily though, here, we have some breathing room here. I don't have a gamma bit lined up. You know what I do have? I do have a goddamn javelin. And you're done. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I think I'm gonna forgo breaking all these guys' shields, etc., because I'm sick of these guys. I want them all to just go.
It's my duty.
Ash, I'm gonna have you... If I don't do it now, I'm gonna forget about it and I'm gonna regret it. So Ash, you take a goddamn backseat, much to my chagrin. It seems magic is definitely a no-go, and it's all physical from here on out. It's great.
Be careful.
You know what? It's just the way Felix likes it. Felix and Petra all were together, and that's one guy down. This is suicide for Ingrid. There's so many units, but slowly but surely we're whittling them down. We can have a net go in there, and no one's targeting her, which is fantastic.
You saved me.
Overall heal and get your Patel out, because trust me, we're gonna need that thing. Yeah, I'll have you there. Now's as good a time as any. Bernie's taking the stairs, so by that prompt, we should be okay. Casper, no, because that's how bad things happen. No. I'm getting Bernie away from there. That magic uses a stupid amount of range. I'm gonna have Bernie hopefully defend that stairwell.
Too slow.
Edelgard, you can't hit nothing. Oh, yep. Okay. That is, that's reassuring. Game, you make me have hope and then you quickly take it away. I hate you for that! No. No, 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 no. Skip your terms. No, I'm not having Dimitri die. I will use up all my goddamn magic users across the board.
Oh, with stupid amount of range too.
But that's part of the chance though. And I love it that way. Don't die, Casper. Nobody dies, and nobody dies today.
Ash.
Shut up! I can never get it right, even at the very end of this goddamn LP. Oh, jeez.
This situation is dire.
Just don't die on me. No one dies today. Come on, Bernie. Yeah, they all have Meteor. They all have Meteor. That's not good. Right, Casper, just open the chest and then get straight into the battle. Oh.
I'm gonna haunt you if I die.
Okay. An aggressive stance from Bernie. But don't worry, you ain't gonna die today, Bernie, my dear. You're just gonna give back up to other people. Elixirs like crazy. They ain't taking any chances with this. You are annoying us. Can you please just go die in a goddamn fire of your own making? Oh, thank you.
I must lead them well.
I guess who's gonna take that place? Dirtbag. I'll give Sylvain a bit of support. Yeah, Bowman aren't really our problem right now. So we'll have you die though. The horsemen are gonna be fine. Burn is gonna be okay. Lascifia.
I can't die yet.
I agree.
At your service.
Percy's gonna be fine.
Sorry.
I'm hell-bent on losing no on this fight. Casper can enter and he's gonna be fine to do, of course. We're slowly inching our way forward. I'm gonna keep Dimitri here because he is. If it is true, and the stairwells are what brings support, no chance.
Too slow.
Although, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna have Lascifia be there for a second. Before the game froze for a second. I'm worried.
I shall not stray.
I'm kind of stressful right now because this kind of stressful right now because this is, well, a stressful situation. And one at a time, all magic users come flying out. I don't really dig it. It's alright. Casper finally joined the fight.
Ash.
I will get it right eventually. I swear to God, I will. You can bet your ass I'll get it right at some point. We're gonna need all of our heavy hitters on it. So Ingrid, I'm gonna have you go and take this guy out.
You took me lightly.
And with that, she gets S.
I'm finally grasping this.
You're grasping it at the very end of the game. How generous of you. Right, everyone is gonna need support here, so let's do just that. Starting off with Dedu. They ain't dying today. I've got a lovely church lady who want to see you to that. So now I think it's safe for everyone to try and make their way. They can't take all of us at once. So I'm gonna hope and pray that Bernie can make this work. Oh, Bernie. Never had a better time. And 45 and the purple rain comes down from the sky. It makes good.
Let's make this quick.
So, let's see if you're fine. Mercy, you can enter. She'd be upset if you died, dude.
My thanks.
You got flowers to see. And everyone can join. No one is dying on this match. And Annette's rally, and with her resistance is gonna be priceless. Or it's gonna be invaluable. This is.
I'll cut through.
So I intend in making sure everyone stays safe and healthy.
I owe you one.
Speaking of healthy, Felix showing his soft side early on. and per my strategy, Dimitri staying put and waiting for Lasifia to stand guard.
So come.
Edelgard just can't hit anything at this point. Like, at all.
Luck wasn't with you.
Just hanging there to do. No! To do! Ah!
His Highness saved my life. I won't waste it.
Oh, no! Again, I think I'm getting careless and like... I need to be more careful. Whew. Right. I'm really hoping Bernie can come through again and just use... She's probably not going to if I had to hazard a guess.
Foolish.
I apologize if not saying much in commentary. We're just taking all this in, and really, it's just an epic spec. Oh my god, she finally hit something. Jeez Christ. Here we go, Casper.
Close one.
Once they come out, I'm gonna absolutely wail on the fools. Speaking of fools,
Sorry, but this is war.
I repeat, fools.
We'll soon.
Reassuring.
Newsflash. Dedu did not like that. Prepare to die. Thank you. Dedu has dodged death once, twice, 3 times. Who goddamn knows? All we know is he's pissed. And I want your ass.
Who's next? Get in line.
Casper wasn't happy with that too.
Who would? The guy was nearly killed.
I'm sorry.
fought well.
Sword beats
Next one's on me.
magic.
Ready when you are.
Right. I'm really hoping that every stairwell is not going to be an invitation to death. Newsflash, that ain't ideal.
What's my strategy?
Yeah, because there's a stairway to the left.
Yep.
Many thanks.
But I'm hoping the game doesn't think that far ahead. Right, Lysithia, you can move in and hopefully soon take Dimitri's place. Meanwhile, we have healing to do. On a grand scale.
That helps.
I'd be honored.
I feel like I need to take out the artillery. He's been a pain in our side for far too long. I can take not killing those demonic beasts, but not that guy.
Too slow.
He's been too much of a threat.
Too slow.
It freezes every time about that. And
Yeah,
then
it freaks me out.
yeah, it's like, did the game crash? The one thing we do not want is this thing to crash.
Go the way that our old Wii U.
Oh god, Breath of the Wild, no. There's always a hate goddamn magic users with a passion. It's okay.
Can't pull back yet.
Either focus and damage. What damage? Lysithia is taking. Dimitri, move forward.
On to the next battle.
Right. Lysithia is keeping guard, which is good. Bernie, let's not waste time. He's got to critical. Okay, never mind. Do you take that guy out with a little bit of a bolt axe? So would you please? Zappity zap
My
zap
loyalty.
punk. Now the last thing I want to do is aggro these guys out of here. First of all, who needs a heal more than anything else? I've got to watch your back every time, don't I?
You're a big help.
Don't be used to it, punk. is what he would say, without a doubt. Yeah, fortify across the board because everyone needs a heal. Everyone needs a level up at some point.
This is for everyone's good.
Do true. The 2 was going to be taking a hit, so let's.
Thank you.
Crap. Misclick. I'm using all my divine pulls to this fight. You know what? I don't care.
What's the plan?
Sylvain is gonna be dead. If that happens. I feel like one of the ways I'll have to do it is if I get those ballistas. Instead of guide you down that way.
I'd be honored.
So, if that's the case, guys, we might have to speed this up. Because
What's my strategy?
these are bog standard grunts as far as I can tell. We have no need to concern themselves. You can tell Edelgard does not like Dimitri. And the Great Lord has come upon us. Edelgard just continues to suck. Just don't take damage, Sylvain. Don't take any more damage. What was that?
The divine beast.
I feel like I was foolhardy. No, Sylvain!
Damn.
Damn it! I thought I had got it right. One moment. Look at all that badness. Everyone's gonna have to.
For all of us.
Everyone's gonna have to be careful. And there's no one who's better at being careful than Bernie. One at a time.
Hiding herself away is a benefit.
In the corner. Ask, can you do the same pot shot wise? The answer is yes. How much damage can you do? Not a complete lot. Ingrid, I believe in her evasiveness, so it should be alright. Just gonna have to hope and pray.
At your service.
But in the grand scheme of things, it's what we've been doing the entire game. Because if you guys couldn't tell, this is just been us just playing Fire Emblem and just stumbling our way forward through this entire game. We don't really have any experience on like strategy or anything like that.
We must bury them. We must trample the past underfoot and move onward to a brighter tomorrow.
Hoping that means Lascifia managed to stop the reinforcements. That's why I panned to.
I thought it didn't do anything at first.
That would have been bad. Like, very bad.
I'll end this quickly.
I shall not stray.
For something really unnerving. Magic may not be our strong suit, but we can stand up to it. Don't kill anyone else, please.
There's no turning back now.
Oh boy! All I gotta say is thank God for that divine pulse. Fortify everyone because I can stop this noise. Everyone gets a heal. No one has to die. Except that guy, of course. He sucks.
A little scratch won't stop me.
Bernie, you're still fine. I believe in your evasive skills. Casper, get in here. Punch this guy's lights out, please.
I'm not going down.
Thank
You're
you.
all going down.
I'm impressed.
It's like funneling right there.
Yeah, now this is when it gets difficult. I could leave all these guys in the dust. I honestly could. There's no items to pick up or anything. You know what? This entire game has been about letting the past go. You guys aren't worth my time. It's anything this game presents, war and fighting sometimes is not the answer. Yes, I know it may be a mushy statement in video games, but come on. This is fantasy, and this is... No, it's fun. And at the end of the day, it's a role-playing game. I don't trust this. It's not that I don't want Lasifia to join in the final fight. It's just I don't trust the reinforcements occurring. That's why I'm having everyone go in. However, there is one thing I want to deal with. This guy is a bit of a nuisance. I don't fancy chip damage on my side. And right now, you're hurting Casper's woman. Doesn't really like that. So that's why I'm gonna have Sylvain and Casper, at the very least, take down that bowman from a distance. So just give me a second and we shall be right back. And it seems like Edelgard is no longer attacking. She's waiting. So, let's say we meet her. Casper's gonna get in so much trouble, so you know what? I'll just take this guy out. Ragnarok! It ain't Casper's doom. It ain't Casper's doomsday today. I think these two can be fine on their own. So just give me a sec, guys. I'll take care of business. By business, I mean that. Sylvain, you thank God for the one last lady you haven't flirted with. And now, it's time. We can't kill her in one go. I don't think at this point it matters. Let's do it.
Facing you, I grow weak.
This is Edelgard, and she can only hit once, thank God. But she's gonna need a helping hand. Oh, I just realized how hard she hits. But Bernie shows no fear. There goes one. You head back. Let us stay, and let us just take a shot. Remember, she's got the shield. I see no reason to hold back. Let's give it everything we got.
Not quite. This ends now.
I like how she didn't flinch. And no level of dialogue. You know when things get serious. Newfound magic is what we need. Plus Edelgard can't hit for crap.
Her underlings were more stronger than she was.
The Petra beside us gains a level. No dialogue, and thank God for it. Bernie, because I feel like she need it. Casper. Ash. You won't be able to take him down. And look who she's targeting. Let's go. She's on her last legs. Zephyr, just don't die.
To be changed beyond all recognition. That is what lies at the end of the ideals you served so diligently. I have no pity for one such as you. If that is the future you hoped for, then you deserve no compassion. Too slow.
We can take that. I bet what you didn't expect. I think Sif is going to come out of her hidey hole and give a hand. You ain't much, buddy. We're simply acting as a distraction at this point.
You'll need me for this.
You know what? I think it's fine. Who'd have thought that one of the two rambunctious lads on the entire team are a distraction? Who'd have thought? Do. You come home knows well. But I think we'll step aside. I think the king should ascend his throne. With a weapon of his choice.
Saw it coming. Edelgard, it is over.
A rising flame was alight as the flow of time carved a new history for Fodlan. The long reign of the Adrestian Empire finally met its end when the imperial capital, the city of Enbar, collapsed. After 5.5 years of war, a new age was set to begin. With Fodlan united as the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, Archbishop Rhea, still weak from her imprisonment, stepped down from her position. The Church of Seiros began to take the needed steps to reorganize. Prince Dimitri formally ascended the throne, beginning his reign as the king of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, which now included former Alliance and Imperial territories. Texts from the time claimed that the one who guided the king as he sought to create a world free from oppression became the new Archbishop of the Church of Seiros.
Come now, my friend. You must stop staying up so late. Tomorrow is yet another early morning. Then again, I know that matters little. You cannot sleep, can you? Neither can I, of course. I want you to know I am sorry for making you do so much when your battle wounds aren't even completely healed yet. Do not worry about me. My shoulder has healed nicely. I still have some numbness in my hand, but it should not hinder me too much. It is a lovely night, is it not? How many years has it been since I was kept awake by hopes for the future, rather than by nightmares of the past? I have had the same nightmare for 9 long years. A nightmare in which I am constantly tormented by those who have died. They ask me why I have not avenged them, why I got to live, yet they had to die. No matter how many corpses I piled up for them, in the end, their voices only grew louder. Voices loathing me, calling out to me. Their inescapable death cries ringing in my ears, clinging to my soul. Even now, I can always hear them. I am certain I will be hearing them until the day I die. But I will not cover my ears. I will go on living, and their voices will serve as a warning. As a king, and as a wretch who claimed countless lives. I will build a kingdom where the people can live in peace. I am sure she would laugh and call such talk foolish. But I wish to change this world in my own way. Well, Your Grace, things will be busy from now on. Our first order of business is tomorrow's coronation. Once a professor and student, now an archbishop and a king. How very far we have come. That is true. To me, you will always be the one who guided me so kindly. My ally through all. My beloved... Yes, my beloved. Listen, there is something I wish to give you before the coronation. Give me your hand. Please, I beg of you, say something. If you do not wish to accept it, please, just tell me. If so, I will face the truth and walk away. What is this? Yes, I see. Right. In that case, let us exchange them, shall we? Your hands. Now that I hold them within my own, I see how small and fragile they are. These hands that have saved me countless times. Thank you, my beloved. Your kind, warm hands. May they cling to my own forevermore.
Now, we get to see what happened. Alois. Once all the fighting had come to an end, Alois officially took up the position of captain of the Knights of Seros. In this capacity, he was much more beloved, and the Knights became more unified than ever under his command. It is said that their accomplishments during his tenure were beyond even what Gerald Struve had achieved. Gilbert.
Gilbert returned to Ferdiad and resumed his duty as a knight, faithfully serving King Dimitri for many years. When he finally retired, it is said he spent the rest of his days coaching the young prince in the art of combat.
Setuf. Setuf remained in the monastery and worked to restore the authority of the Church of Seros, doing away with his old strictness. He adopted a tolerant stance toward all. His encouragement of believers to respect those of other faiths helped the people of Fodlan to find common ground with others. Hanneman.
Though Fodlan had changed, Hanneman's goal remained unwavering to determine the workings of the crests and to do away with the inequality caused by them. To that end, his research resulted in magical tools that could be used even without the aid of crests. This proved to be yet another worthwhile discovery by the father of crestology.
Cyril. Unable to serve Ray any longer, Cyril nearly left the church. He was persuaded to stay, however, to assist in rebuilding the monastery he had helped maintain. Thanks to his devoted work ethic, the Officers' Academy was able to reopen a few years later. When the new students took the reception hall, Cyril found himself among them. Manuela.
Manuela left Garrigmach to build her own academy in a small war-torn town. There she contributed heavily to rebuilding efforts while teaching future generations the necessary skills of survival. Though she never married or had children of her own, she spent the last years of her life happily devoted to her students.
Catherine. When Ray resigned her position of Archbishop and left the Church of Seros, Catherine followed. She devoted herself wholly to Ray's protection, and the two lived a life of quiet seclusion. Although Thunderbrand remained always by her side, she can be known by a different name, the Guardian of Xanadu. Flayn.
Flayn disappeared soon after the war, and over time it was all but forgotten that she'd ever existed. Many long years later, however, a young woman resurfaced in a completely transformed Fodlan. When she looked to the man who stood beside her, she wondered if it would be alright in this new era to call him father.
Shamir. Shortly after the war, Shamir gave up the mercenary life and disappeared. Though she was never heard from again, rumors swirled persistently for years of a master archer turned thief who lined her pockets by shaking down all those who preyed upon the innocent. Lasithia.
Lasithia returned home to help her parents restore their family land. Years later, when the end to their hard work was finally in sight, she relinquished House Ordelia's claim to nobility, ceding the territory to a nearby lord. Shortly thereafter, she and her family disappeared into obscurity.
Ignatz and Marianne. Marianne returned home to a warm welcome from her adoptive father, who recognized her wisdom and skill and began to groom her as his successor. During that time, she had a chance reunion with Ignatz, who had persuaded his family to allow him to travel the world as an artist. Marianne wholeheartedly supported his work, and before long came to be enchanted not merely by the landscapes and portraits of all he had seen in his travels, but also by his character. The romance between artist and patron was considered unusual, but long after their wedding, the story of how they fell in love was immortalized in popular plays. Petra.
Petra returned to her homeland of Brigid and inherited the throne from her grandfather. As ruler, she declared independence from Fodlan and worked tirelessly to secure friendly relations with both Fodlan and Dagda. Her efforts inspired her descendants to carry the torch she lit, ensuring a future of peace and prosperity for her people.
Hilda. After the war, Hilda set politics aside and focused on what she enjoyed most, crafting fashionable accessories. Her designs quickly achieved widespread popularity, where, at the help of her brother, Hilda then created the first artisan academy in Fodlan, where she served as both professor and headmaster. May God help those students. Leone.
Leonie joined up with the mercenaries formerly led by Geralt. As his greater apprentice, she quickly took on a leadership role and eventually even inherited the title of Blade Breaker. She came to be known as Geralt II, as she began to resemble him in all things, including his drinking habits. She left behind many unpaid tavern tabs.
Bernadetta. As soon as Bernadetta inherited the House of Varley from her father, she withdrew from all political disclosure and focused solely on the management of her own territory. Because of this and her penchant for spending long periods of time in hibernation, she became known throughout the house's history as the Bear of Varley. Caspar.
After the war, Caspar set out alone on a journey of self-discovery. He traveled to every corner of Fodlan and even ventured abroad now and again. It is said that he got into mischief at every turn, but that the victims of his antics, always more amused than harmed or offended, remembered him fondly and passed those stories on to future generations.
Sylvain. As Margrave Gautier, Sylvain devoted his life to improving relationships with the people of a straying region. With oration alone, he succeeded in helping to create a new way of life for nobles in which relics and crests were no longer viewed as necessary. Though he went down in history as an extraordinary lord, it nevertheless became customary to refer to cheaters as Sons of Gautier. Ingrid.
Ingrid declined to rule House Galatea, choosing instead to serve House Blade as a knight. After achieving widespread renown, she formed an elite order of Pegasus Knights, who served as personal bodyguards for the nobility. She never took a husband.
I'm sorry. Dorothea and Felix. After the war, Felix inherited the title of Duke of Faldarius, his late father, Rodrigue. He married Dorothea, and the two began a happy life together. After they had finished restoring Frodarius' territory, Felix travelled across the Fodland as the king's right hand. Dorothea travelled with him, always and even threw herself into battle alongside him every so often. Tales of their bravery endured for generations, thanks in no small part to the operas that Dorothea wrote to compose herself. Dudu and Mercedes.
2 years after the war, Dudu and his wife, Mercedes, opened a school in the Dusker residential district in Ferdiad. The school educated Dusker children who had never been given structured learning before in reading, writing, arithmetic, and even Dusker history. Many years later, when the Dusker people reclaimed their homeland, the people who attended this school were able to resettle there and revive their old culture. Because of this, Dudu and Mercedes were forever renowned by the Dusker.
Ash and Danette. After the war, Ash was formally knighted and appointed the new head of House Gaspard, which had no successors. He married Danette, and the couple's combined tenacity, intelligence, and courage proved more than a match for the many difficulties they faced in governing. That together, they helped Gaspard territory flourish more than it ever had before. From his lonely origins as an orphan, Ash grew to become a splendid knight, and much beloved by his people. After he passed, his story was immortalized in the book that was authored by his beloved wife, Byleth and Dimitri.
Paired with the end of the war, the joyous marriage of Byleth, the newly appointed archbishop, and Dimitri, the newly crowned king of Fargus, gave the people of Fodlan much to celebrate. The two were devoted to improving life for the people and to seeking greater wisdom in order to reform the government and the church from the inside out. As leaders of church and state respectively, at times they engaged in heated debate. Even still, enjoying a long horse ride or a quiet evening, they were not as the world saw them, but rather two adoring spouses desperately in love. They remained as such for the rest of their days.
And that, I suppose, is Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Blue Lion route.
What a wild ride.
Yeah.
If you couldn't tell from that last fight, we were damn frazzled, but now that we've had time to relax and just digress, I suppose, let's talk about the game, man. Now, for those who don't know, and for those who are joining us at the very end, this was our first Fire Emblem game. And, to be honest, our first strategy game in a nutshell as well.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I love this series.
Yeah.
We've missed out a ton. And we're thinking of going back through some of the other games, but let's get ahead of ourselves. When this game first launched, even on this channel, in fact, we said, you know what, we're not interested. Fire Emblem's not really our thing. But over time, that changed. We saw more of the screenshots and saw more footage, and it looked interesting. We gave it a shot, and my god, I'm glad we did.
Yeah.
We now have a brand new respect and appreciation for this series, and it's grown up so much after doing a bit of research. This game started off so obscure, and over time it came known to the West through Smash Brothers and through other aspects. I feel a lot of respect for a series that at a point, this series was in trouble. Fire Emblem Awakening was the series' last shot, and it went fantastically, and so it allowed games like this to exist. Now, let's be honest, was our playthrough perfect? Absolutely not. We made a bunch of mistakes, we missed out on a lot of things, which was a damn shame. But, overall though, you guys in the comments and everyone watching, you guys made it a lot more enjoyable to take place. To everyone who's watched this series, watching us pretty much stumble our way forward, just completely make a mess of every fight, thank you. This has been a wild ride. But this game though has taught us a lot of things and learned a lot from it. Now, was this series efficient? No, there was a lot of episodes in hindsight that didn't need to happen and quite frankly weren't really useful for your time. And for that, I'd like to apologize to you guys. But on the same time though, should we ever do this again? We'd love to stream more aspects of it and you know, make it more efficient. But let's get to the game in a nutshell. I love these characters.
I do too.
Even on the opposite side, like I said before in the last episode, this made the antagonist relatable almost. And at a push, it was our own characters, our own students and friends who made that assumption happen. And I've never experienced a game like that, in which the negativity for the antagonist comes from the heroes. That's kind of special. The combat was a lot to get a hold of. The gambits I didn't really get initially, but it all came together. Seeing how we started our very first fight with Claude dying to beating this game, dude, it's just such a wild ride. But Alice, what are your thoughts? What are your feelings on the game, this project, and in a nutshell, the floor's yours.
Everything you said, I'm pretty much agreeing on.
I will say, the music, of course, it's Nintendo and Intelligent Systems. They usually make good music, especially that final fight theme.
Yeah.
God, so fantastic. But each of these characters, though, I love immensely. Another aspect about this game is that there are not one character is the same. They've each got their own strengths and weaknesses, but they're all unique. And as corny as it is to say, a lot of it can be relatable. To an extreme mind, we're probably going to let this play out though, unless we can come up with something else. But overall though, guys, this has been Fire Emblem Three Houses Blue Lions. I've loved this game.
I have too.
And now let's talk about you guys, YouTube, the comment section, and all that jazz. It's been up and down. But, as always, to everyone watching, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And if anyone who's commented, liked, or even just watched the video in general, you make it all that more fun. And a special thanks to James Engelbert in the comments, which I can imagine you're watching right now. Thank you for all your advice, insights. Granted, we didn't have as much opportunity to capitalize on all of it, but hey, you stuck around for this long, so thank you. I don't know, guys. Well, I'm just rambling on, and so if we've timed this right, this series is over for now. But now let's just answer one quick question: are we done with Fire Emblem Three Houses? In the grand scheme of things, no. I want to see both storylines play
me too.
out. But I feel like though we've learned from this, and we're gonna stream the majority of it. So guys, we'd love to see you guys there. Would you be interested if we saw the rest of the game through via live stream? I'd love to hear your thoughts. But on that note, guys, thank you again very much for watching. I've been Lightning.
I'm Alice.
And this has been one hell of a ride. We'll see you guys next time. As we play your game that's close to our hearts. And we're going to do something that's never been done before on YouTube. But at the same time, it already has been done. All these people came together to bring on something great. I can't think of a better example of this game in a nutshell.